Hello dear friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video we will analyze one game played recently between Nicolas Teodorou and Muhyiddin Madaminov, Sharjah Masters. Let's go. Teodorou is having white pieces, Madaminov black, 26-11, 25-20, e4, e5, bishop c4, knight f6, and knight c3. Just very quickly, if d4, then he takes d, e5, d5. Very important move d5. If opponent plays d3, we go c6, knight f3, d5, bishop b3, and here I recommend a7, a5 with the threat to go a4. a4 we go bishop b4, knight c3 we go bishop b4. Here computer does not like c3, and after bishop d6 it shows black is having some advantage. Anyway, in this game Teodorou played knight c3. Here black is having some moves. Madaminov took on e4, bishop c5 or knight c6 are also very much possible alternatives. Knight takes e4, queen h5. Knight e4 does not work because of d5, black is already much better. Bishop f7 takes, knight e4, d5, black is slightly better. Knight f3, such a gambit move, close to similar to Stafford gambit. So here black is having knight b8, c6, and also if you are very ambitious you can capture and play f6. Knight e5 does not really work because of queen e7 or even f takes c, queen h5, g6, queen e5, queen e7. If you play short castle, then knight c6, with the ideas to go knight e7 or even to play d6 and slowly prepare long castle ideas. White has some compensation, but according to computers it's not enough. Queen h5, knight d6, bishop b3. If queen takes e5, queen e7, bishop e7, here bishop e2 is the best. If you go bishop b3, knight f5 with the ideas to go c6 and d5. If you jump knight d5, then bishop d8. Black does not allow white to capture the bishop. Bishop b3, and here bishop e7. Knight c6, I don't recommend. Maybe in some rapid and blitz games you can try because of knight b5. Of course, knight b5 does not work because of queen f7 checkmate. White is threatening knight d6 and then queen f7 checkmate. And surprisingly, it's not that easy for black to handle these threats. g6, queen f3. Again, I'm threatening knight d6. f5 is the best. If you try knight f5 here, white is choosing between queen d5 and g4, g5. And now queen d5, you don't have any knight h6. You can also go queen d5. Here knight h6 is the strongest. Recently in Asian Continental Championship in Blitz tournament, Pranav V played against Mayank Chakraborty, and black went queen f6, knight c7. This is winning position for white. The best is to go knight h6, d3, threatening bishop takes h6, d6, bishop h6, bishop b6, but here if white knows bishop g5, then white is much better. But if not bishop g5, then black is having huge advantage. So f5 is the best, queen d5, again I'm threatening knight d6, queen f7, queen e7 is the best, takes, b6 with the ideas to go bishop b7. I checked with the modern engines, and the best is to go knight e2, queen d3, and short castle. White is exchange up. Black is having some activity, and some of white's pieces are not nicely placed, and especially queen on d3, bishop on c1. Here the best move, the strongest continuation is to start pushing h and g pawns. Computers are showing 0.50, 60 advantage for white. Maybe in blitz or rapid games you can try, but in a classical game I don't recommend much. Let's go back. Bishop e7. And here in this position, Teodoro went f2, f4. Some other moves are also possible. I tried knight d5. Here short castle is the best, but after short castle some h4 with the idea is to go knight h3, knight g5 or knight f3, knight g5. That's why the easiest, though short castle is the strongest, the easiest is to go c6 and knight e7, queen e7. Here after d4, this is the game Van Forest against Hare Krishna. Jordan just played d4, and here Hare Krishna didn't react precisely. He went knight e4, after which white is much better. Here just takes and knight e4. Black does not have any problems. Black is even slightly better. So knight d5 does not really work. d3 we go knight c6. d4 he takes d. I think I played, Hikaru played d4 against me in a blitz game titled Tuesday. I reacted very badly. I played d4, knight e4, and knight d6, knight f3. This is close to huge advantage for white. Bishop is not perfectly placed on d6. It does not let the other bishop to come out. And white is always having different threats like knight g5. Here the best is to take knight d5. If you try knight d4, then short castle, knight d6, bishop d6, knight f3 with the idea is to go knight g5, bishop b4. Unpleasant check, and always black is going d5, opening light squared bishop. Black is much better. If you try knight d5, short castle, c6 is coming, knight f3, c6, knight e7, queen e7, knight g5, h6. Important move, but I think not that hard to figure out. So d4 does not really work. If opponent tries knight f3, we go knight c6. Short castle is also possible, but it allows extra option knight takes e5. Yes, knight c6. If knight b5, Shahriar Mamedyanov tried against Anish Giri. Anish played short castle knight d6. Here bishop d6 does not work because of knight g5. C takes d, d3 with some double-edged position. That's why here I recommend at least not me. Computers are showing g6 and black is close to winning. But of course Mamedyanov played knight b5 in a bullet game. Yes, knight e5, and here my recommendation is to go g6, takes d takes c, and black does not have any problems. So knight f3 we checked. Yes, f4. Here the best move, strongest, is to go g6. Madaminov took on f4. If you go short castle f takes c, at least white gets something. Still very much playable after g6. In my game against Rudik Makarian, I reacted e4, knight takes e4. Again, you cannot take because of checkmate on f7. I played short castle, and here after knight d6, white is having some pressure. My opponent played d3, I went a5, here I could already play g6 and black is slightly better. So e4 I don't recommend much. Madaminov took on f4, and my recommendation is to go g6. Queen h6 does not work because of bishop h4 and then knight f5. Queen e5 short castle. If queen f3 e4, knight e4 takes short castle, black is better. Daniel Dubov in a classical game against Arseny Nesterov played queen d1 last year, 2024. And here Nesterov went knight f5, f takes e d6, takes, and after a few moves, players agreed in a draw. Black does not have any problems. Here if you try e takes f, knight f3 with the idea short castle, d4, bishop f4, or maybe even some long castle ideas, computers are showing that black does not have any problems. Black is even slightly close to much better. But in a blitz rapid games, you can maybe even try. Yes, e4, d3, and after e takes d, knight f3. Not queen d3 because short castle, and then black is pushing a5, knight a6, knight c5, but does not have enough compensation. Here the strongest after e takes d to play knight f3. Again, black is having slightly or even much better position, but white has some activity. So in this position, instead of g6, Madavinov took on f4, d4, short castle, knight f3. Here the best would have been knight e8 or g6. Madavinov played knight c6, after which white is having better position. Yes, g6, queen h6. If knight f5, queen f4, c6, g4. This is the game between Pranav V against Tablenka, Spanish young player. No doubts Pranav knew this idea or even maybe analyzed this position. Knight e8, and here the best is to go d5, because after bishop f4, d5, black is much better, according to computers. Knight c6, bishop takes f4. This is already slightly better for white. g6, queen h3, the strongest. Here again, knight a5 would have been the best. Knight f5, long castle, and bishop f6, after which black is in huge danger, maybe even close to hopeless position. Some years ago, Duda in a blitz game against Levon Aronian played d6, g4, bishop h6, knight d5. White is already slightly better. So bishop f6, and here d5. Again, knight f5 would have been a better move than knight d4. g4 by Teodoro. Another move is to capture and then try d6. White is close to winning. g4. Yes, here maybe knight takes b3, a takes b, knight d6 would give some more hopes for black. Knight takes f3, g takes f. This is completely lost. Let's just enjoy how Teodoro won the game. If you go knight g5, queen g3, d6, very important move, not allowing any d6, opening up light squared bishop. Bishop g5, queen g4, takes. Not even capturing on c7. h5, all our pieces, all white pieces are in attack. Takes, queen h2. And here many winning moves are there. But Teodoro played this fancy move, rook takes d6. If you take knight d6, knight d5, threatening knight d7, checkmate, takes. And this is completely winning. Madavinov played a5, rook g6, and of course the result. Such an interesting game, dear viewers. Thank you very much.